Welcome to the Leeds City Council Local Plan Update 2021 Scoping Consultation. In this short presentation, we introduce the topic of sustainable infrastructure. This sits alongside the other topic areas covering carbon reduction, flood risk, green infrastructure, and placemaking. Sustainable infrastructure refers to certain aspects of travel and communication that help us to move around the city, communicate with each other, and do business in a way that enhances our daily lives and helps protect our natural resources. You may be aware that the Council has already consulted on the Connecting Leeds Transport Strategy earlier this year, and it is not the intention of this local plan update to cover all aspects of transport. Instead, it focuses on four aspects: High Speed 2 in Leeds City Station, mass transit, Leeds Bradford Airport, and digital connectivity.
The railway network is hugely important for Leeds' economy and the decarbonising of transport. Over the next 2 decades, Leeds Station, which is already the busiest in the north of England, is expected to see passenger numbers double as more people choose to travel by more sustainable forms of transport. We will also see substantial investment being made into our railway infrastructure, with the High Speed 2 and Northern Powerhouse rail schemes having the potential to transform our intercity connections. Decisions about future investment in the railways, including the route that the HS2 line would take, will be made by central government rather than the City Council, and so fall outside the scope of what we're able to control through the local plan. However, we think that the local plan can have an important role in helping to respond to any decisions that are made about the railway network, to maximise the benefits for Leeds and minimise any potential adverse impacts. Although Leeds Station is mentioned on multiple occasions within existing policy documents, there is no specific policy which guides its future development. We are proposing that a new policy will be developed to address this and ensure that all schemes in and around the station work together to achieve the same overall vision of a station which forms a world-class and welcoming entrance to our city. The West Yorkshire Combined Authority is putting together plans to develop a new mass transit network across West Yorkshire. This aims to add extra capacity to the public transport network, filling in the gap between buses and heavy rail and making it easier for people to move across West Yorkshire by sustainable modes of transport. It has the potential to play an important role in helping to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and improve air quality. Plans for the mass transit network are still at an early stage, and at the current point in time, no decisions have been made about the technology that would be used or the exact route it would take. This local plan will not determine these matters. However, we think that a policy in the local plan could have an important role in ensuring that mass transit can be delivered effectively by providing overall support for the scheme. It could also help to maximise other associated benefits by ensuring that matters such as biodiversity, green space, sustainable drainage, pedestrian and cycle routes, and any other associated development opportunities are factored into the development of the network. In future, it could also potentially look to protect the proposed route from other forms of development that could undermine it.
Leeds City Council has recently granted planning permission for a new terminal building and increased flight numbers at Leeds Bradford Airport, which is now subject to final government approval. It is important to recognise that the local plan update cannot influence that current planning application process. However, new planning policies through the local plan update can still shape the future development of the airport and its surface access. We'd like to hear your views on whether you think new or updated policies for the airport should be considered through this local plan update, and what you would like those policies to contain.
The provision of digital connectivity is considered to be essential infrastructure for our modern lives. It is considered by many as important as the provision of other utilities such as electricity and gas in new build developments. Broadband or gigabit connectivity is now heavily relied on to work, learn and stay entertained at home. The COVID pandemic has in particular highlighted the essential need for digital infrastructure, with increasing reliance on remote working, remote communication to include homeschooling, online shopping and other services. Leeds would like, as part of the local plan update, to take a proactive approach in encouraging the development industry to provide digital connectivity from the outset for all new developments.
Over the summer, we want to hear your views. We know that HS2, Leeds Station and the airport may not impact directly on your day-to-day lives. However, you may have opinions on the opportunities and challenges these bring to Leeds. If your comments relate to accessible transport, i.e. walking, cycling, public transport, you may wish to view the placemaking topic, which introduces the concept of 20-minute neighbourhoods. You may feel that digital connectivity is essential to you for your work and for your leisure time. Therefore, do you agree that new policy should focus on digital connectivity to just homes, or to businesses too? We want to hear about what you think are the main issues with regard to the aspects of sustainable infrastructure that are being proposed as part of this local plan update. This will help us to find the right solutions for your area and for the city as a whole.